What was I doing? Okay, we are in the correct places. Oh, never mind. I'm dumb. I'm dumb. I'm dumb. Yep. Stream info. Okay. Hello, hello, hello. There we go. Hello, hello. How is everybody? Hopefully they're doing well, but I do have to check how the stream sounds on the phones because unfortunately I've changed mics yet again. So that means I'm gonna have to figure out whether I actually sound good now. Ha ha ha. It's crazy. It's almost as if I wish or have so many regrets. It's insane. It's insane. The amount of regrets I have is insane. All right, hit that, and we go with stream manager. Hit the stream manager. Go in here. Give that a go. Oh yeah. There we go. I think we can hear the music now. Yeah. Maybe it's a little too loud. Maybe it's a little too loud. Just half. Right. There we go. But I need this microphone to actually be a little bit louder. This is the default, unfortunately. There doesn't seem to be a way to turn. Oh, never mind. Wait. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. No, it says it's maxed out. No, it's both maxed out. Okay, the rejection of the sound from the thumping is actually not horrible. But I just tap on the boom arm, so we'll see if that makes any difference. Apparently no. Apparently no. That's good. That is good. All right. So today we are going to be doing the Zoom 75 TIGA. Ta-da! All right. So I'm still relatively speaking sick. Oh dear. So what we're going to be doing is we're just going to be switch swapping today. I realize I really just don't have a lot of switches, so I need to do a lot buy a lot of switches. All right, there we go. Okay, there we go. Let me pull something up here real quick because I do need to do one or two things in the background. I need uh I need to check YouTube music and just nope. I'm going to go with what is it? Because you can hear the background right now. It's a little different. Why do I have 2 subs? Who subbed? I didn't even see. It didn't say anything in the activity feed. Who subbed? I had 1 subscriber yesterday. I see you. Whoever you are. Whoever you are, I see you. God damn. Didn't even see that happen. Okay, where was I? Ah, yes. I was looking for, you know what? Sure, let's just do that. Sure. Where's the volume? There we go. Anyways, sorry about that. I was doing a bunch of things. Time on this is incorrect. It says it's 2024. I don't really care. I don't even know where the wireless went for it, but this is the Zoom 75 TIGA, which is an actually nice keyboard. The thing about this keyboard here, as you can see, boom, look at how nice that looks just from the back. Like, damn, and it's mostly from the back. Anyways, it is in a silent build as of current. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna give you a shot to see how this sounds. So if I do this, and then we go in here, and we're gonna give it a go. So this is the silent haimu heartbeat. Yeah, this is the haimu heartbeat switches. Why did I lose my word at switches? This is the high heart soul. Yo yo yo. I was supposed to stream this morning. I did not. So I'm doing it right now because I'm testing this product, which is just out of frame. I will not name it, unfortunately. But this is how this very, very specific mic sounds. It is weird. It's all good. Yeah. You know what's good about it? It's kind of weird because I can just unplug it. I can unplug it. It's fine, and I can literally, I kid you not, just take it. This is the fun part. I'm just gonna take it. Boom. Hello. Oh, hello. You passed out late and woke up at noon. Oh my god. I mean, same, same. I'm supposed to be working, and I was working, but I was supposed to be working earlier, not later. So I'm sitting here going like, "Oops." Yeah, I was working though, like so it's fine. Otherwise, I would have started this entire thing much earlier, much earlier. Boom. All right, so we're back to where we were. Maybe a little higher, actually, no, a little lower. Boom. There we go. So that's a wireless mic. Yo yo, dubious disc. How's things? How's things? Yes, we are about to start. What's it called? Testing the keyboard. This is silent haimu heartbeat switches, aka it does jack. So if I'm gonna type, you should hear nothing. So I'm gonna swap from this microphone, which is for my voice, and then swap to the top-down microphone, so that we get a nice actual listen to what it actually sounds like. So let's give that a go. I just realized. Oh wait, there's a mute button here. Boom. All right, and this is my normal microphone. This is my normal microphone. It is slightly kiltered to the right instead of the left, like normal, but at least it is decoupled from the desk. So even if I shake this desk, you shouldn't hear anything in particular. All right, so let's give this a shot. This is the Zoom 75 TIGA with haimu heartbeat switches. The switches are silent switches, which means if you don't hear anything, that means that's good. If you hear something, that means that's bad. All right, let's give it a go. All right. What was that? Oh my god, words per minute 54. Jesus, garbage. Why? Such garbage. God damn. You can definitely hear something where you don't hear switches. Good, because it's gonna come from that, and we're going to go with the complete opposite with clicky switches. Woo! That, or we're gonna use these guys. Actually, I don't think we want to use these guys. I just realized, we might not want to use these guys. Oh, have I been breaking boards like this? Jeez, maybe we don't use these ones. Oh. So one of these are coppers and one of these are bronze. So this is copper, this is bronze, I think. But I didn't realize I soldered with these. I soldered with these? Weird. Okay, so we're not going to use this one. That's for sure. We're not using that one. That one will go to the side, to the do not use pile. And then we're going to use these because I've never soldered with these. Boom. Yeah. Yeah, you have to put your volume up to hear it slightly. Good! It is a silent keyboard, and that's what it's meant to be, which is a little bit. It's there, it's there. It's much more audible in real life, I think, more than it will be through the mic, especially with certain frequencies. All right, we're going to swap. Boom. Boom. There we go. You can hear that. So we're going to do that. So if anyone needs a keyboard that is very silent, 100%, it is doable. A lot of people go, I don't like mechanical keyboards because it is so loud. And I'm like, well, that depends. Because it's custom for a reason. Other than, having to push it through customs and paying a lot more. Anyways, what does this say after I take a drink from my now cold tea? All right. Where are we? All right. This is from Romeo. The character Romeo in Romeo and Juliet. Cool. If I profane with my unworthiest hand. If I profane with my unworthiest hand? Huh? Okay. This holy shrine, the gentle sin is this. My lips, two blushing pilgrims, ready stand. This is Romeo? My lips, two blushing pilgrims, ready stand? That's the dumbest sentence I've ever heard. Yeah, no, I know. If I profane with my unworthiest hand. This is Romeo and Juliet from... I don't know if this is the Shakespeare Romeo and Juliet, but, okay. This holy shrine, the gentle sin is this. My lips, two blushing pilgrims, ready stand. So they're saying that they were in church and they were kissing somewhere in the stands? Question mark? To smooth that rough touch with a tender kiss. Yeah, I don't know what they're trying to say there. I'm gonna skip talking about that one too much. We're just gonna hit next test and we're gonna just give it a go. We're gonna give it one go. And we'll maybe talk about that one. All right, let's see what this one does. Oh my god. Oh, The Fellowship of the Ring. Okay, so this is at least a relatively more modern book. But Jesus Christ, just typing that out, my brain just went, what's happening? Anyways, that was from The Fellowship of the Ring. Hopefully you heard nothing of the typing. And the quote is, I don't know half of you half as well as I should like. And I like less than half of you half as well as you deserve. What? And I like less than half of you have, as well as you deserve. All right, so he doesn't know some of them very well that he would like, and I would like less than half of you half. So less of half of that other half. So that's a quarter. So he wishes he knows the first half, and the other few he doesn't care about. Cool. He likes the less of the cool. My brain is already dying. You know what? Whatever. Yeah, I'm coming off of a sickness. So we're just gonna pretend that makes so much sense. Maybe we'll just hide it. Cool. There we go. Oh my God, this is summarizes my feelings. Let me turn off the music. We'll do this one more time. This is the Zoom TIGA with the haimu heartbeat switches. Oh, and the keycaps are the terror below. Yes, the terror below. Oh my God. Gonna look for a bit. Working on thumbnail VODs. Nice. Thumbnails. Dude, I really need to work on thumbnails as well for the VODs, because that is such a pain in the butt. I should probably just have statics of me going like, I'm just over here going. just just statics. But yeah, just cut myself out and be like, yep, and then put whatever's next to it. All good. All good. That's all it has to be. All right. All right. Let's take off these keycaps because we're going to remove this entire row here. Do we have... Yeah, there we go. We have that over there. We're going to unplug it. Boom. And it's still on because it is battery powered. My mouse needs a charge, but that's what it is. Okay. All right. Ooh, yes. The high heartbeat are pretty stuck on there. So it's going to take a little bit. Holy. The nice thing is that they're mostly ready. You just need to add the number and downsize the file for YouTube's image limit. You're just being lazy. Oh, that's same. The way I do it is just because I'm on Windows, I have the super tools enabled. Literally, I can just make a bunch of thumbnails and then just select all of them and go resize image. Done. I have it pre-saved and everything. All I have to do is right click and call it a day. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. Can you imagine? It's like a 2 MB size limit. I'm like, what do you mean it's a 2 MB size limit? Like, goddamn. Then again, it is just a thumbnail. The largest you're ever going to see it is on TV. And for the content I make, chances are we're not going to see it on TV. But at the same time, it's not going to look like the worst because it's still going to be, what, 1/10 of the size of the screen, because there's going to be at least 9 to 10 different images on screen, if that. Yeah. So 2 MB image is not bad. Oh my God, there we go. I didn't think this would be stuck. Honestly, I thought these guys would actually just come right off, and it'll be like, oh yeah, that's great, that's amazing, that's awesome. Oh, I forgot that we still had the cork in here. That's crazy. Does it come off? Yeah, there we go. We have the cork. Okay. Yeah, I think the cork mid plate, or the cork inner, is what makes the sound how it sounds at the moment. That's pretty good. It makes it really muted in comparison. Like, damn. Oh my god. Man, what do you guys think is going to happen in YouTube in 2025? Because my personal predictions is that there's going to be a crap ton of people complaining about AI slop being over there, and then it just turns out they're just gullible and they keep clicking on the AI slop and then actually watching through all of the AI slop instead of instantly like just exiting out of it and going, oh, nope, I don't want any of that in my feed, and we're just gonna leave it be and just make sure that we don't have it in any of my feeds. I even go the extra step and hit what's it called? Not interested, especially if I'm like trying to go through some of the shorts in like 30 minutes to be like, okay, let's see what shorts looks like in my field for a little bit. And I go, oh, we're hitting some of the slop, and then you just take it off. And ever since I did start doing that, I did notice that no, I'm not getting any slot period. It's amazing. It's like, damn. Can you imagine getting slopped that way? Holy damn. Hmm. I just realized something. Boom. You guys could use some music. There we go. Where's come on, just work. There we go. There we go. Damn. Jesus. Is everyone sick? I feel like everyone's sick. I've been sick since December. Like, I think around the 20th I started to get sick. And then I kept being sick going into the holidays, including New Year's. And I went like, oh man, the few times I can actually kind of want to do stuff, I get free food, man. Why can't I just go get my free food, not get everybody sick? Yeah, and then you get free presents for some reason. And it's hilarious because my parents still give me gifts, and I don't give them gifts anymore because like I'm kind of done with Christmas. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a very Christmassy person, but I do it still for some people, kind of like my brother and my sister, who I don't think they really celebrate Christmas other than my sister. So I'm like, okay, whatever. It's just a thing you kind of do. My parents are a little old for Christmas gifts, and they have their entire family here that gives them Christmas gifts. And I kid you not, I think the reason I'm tired of giving them gifts is because they keep returning them. It's like, where's the receipt so that I can return it and get something different? I'm like, bro, what's the point in me going around being like, okay, I think this will be a good gift, if that's all you're gonna do? At that point, I just give you cash. And honestly, sometimes when I do give them cash, I kid you not, they complain that it's not enough. And I'm like, okay, how about nothing then? I wonder why the complaints stop. And people gotta ruin Christmas for somebody. But yes, that was me in a nutshell, just being sick. I'm just coming off of it right now, and I still have a relatively dry throat. So if I don't kind of watch it, then I kind of get screwed completely, because I will definitely run out of what is it of the all the other stuff. So not all the other stuff. I will run out of the ability to talk or do anything. But the plus side is there isn't a lot of office work to be done, so I don't have to talk. Mostly I just have to type and or take pictures and whatnot. So that is in general what I'm gonna do. Just be like, yeah, we'll do that, Oh man, it's crazy. One of my things was actually in there. Fingernails. So that was crazy. Me just being sick all year long. So oh well, it is what it is. Not much you can do about it there. Boom. You know what? I just realized. Can I take There we go. This off real quick. There we go. And then can I put that on the side? Okay. And then can I take this off? Yes, I can. Cool. I can just take it off. That is actually awesome. And then I can do this, put it onto the side, and then realize that I might actually crush that as I push things down. Would I? Yeah, I might actually crush things if I put it down. Huh. So maybe we weren't supposed to be pushing down that much. That's not good. Well, I'm going to support it from the back. You're supposed to do that when you swap switches. You're supposed to hold the Kale Hot Swap sockets in the back. That way you don't push it so much that the solder itself gets stressed and then just pops right off. Because that's actually happened to me a couple of times where it actually just popped off the back. And I'm like, no! God damn it! So yeah, I'm not a fan of these Kale Hot Swap sockets, but I would prefer them over having solder switches, because whenever I use solder, or I try to use solder switches, just putting them into a hot swap socket, the soldered switches or pre-soldered switches, it's not great. It just ruins the hot swap socket. So even then, I'm using hot swap because hot swap breaks, which is the weird part. I do have some Milmax, which is why it's like, oh, I can use Milmax switches, Milmax sockets, and at least with the Milmax sockets, which goes the other way around, so it goes from the top into the bottom, and it pretends it's like the leg of an actual switch. Instead, it's just wide enough so you can just put another switch into that little socket, so that it's fine, and it just makes the contact there. But I find that it doesn't spread or stay spread as much as the Kale Hot Swap, because I've put some of these, where's the other one? Some of the soldered, pre-soldered switches where it has been used on a solder board, so it is thicker. So the legs are these little tiny prongs, right? These little tiny metal prongs. They are slightly thicker than normal because it's coated in the solder, and you would think it's not even a millimeter thick on each side that it wouldn't bend anything. Unfortunately, it did bend. It bent things, and I went, nope, that's not good. That's horrible. Why in the hell did that still bend? But you know, it's still bent. So unfortunately, we're here, and it's still bent. It is not straight, and at times it literally just popped off the new Kale Hot Swaps. Literally just clean off, which is why I'm doing this, because I can't use solder switches as much. But solder switches, I feel, are a little more solid, and they actually feel a little bit slightly better depending on which, what's it called? Depending on which manufacturer the hot swap socket is actually from, because I do notice that the actual Kale ones are slightly too loose, and then some weird third-party ones like these ones, I don't know if these are Kale ones specifically, but these might be V2s or something, because they're not quite the same as the V1s. Nope, I can barely read that. That's not Kale. Is it Kale? Does it say Kale? Am I just insane and I'm saying Kale? Because the new ones look a little different. This is haimu. Right. Oh, what? I'm using haimu hot swap sockets with haimu switches? I did not notice. That was actual coincidence. That might be part of why it was working so well, because their tolerances are based off of their switches too. Damn, that's crazy. That is insane. Okay. The one thing I actually did over the New Year's, though, was I started listening to a couple of the Filipino songs that I used to listen to as a kid. And damn, some of these old songs, they're pretty good, you know. I know the one that is Parokya ni Edgar, and that is just a parody, or not just a parody. They're the one I remember the most from them is a parody of a System of the Down, which is basically the Order Taker, which was, I forgot which song from System of the Down they parodied, but in the song Order Taker, it's about a guy who walks into a karinderia, in other words, a little cantina. And the weird part that happens is he goes in, he asks the waiter and goes, "Hey, do you have option A?" And then the waiter goes, "Oh, sorry, we're out of that right now." And he goes, "Okay, cool, I'll get option B." And the waiter goes, "We just ran out of that too." And then, okay, fine, I'll go with option C. And he says, and the waiter says, we ran out. How about D? Uh, we have finished that earlier. You know, he just finds more ways to say, nope, it's done. Oh, ad starts in about 20 seconds. So we're going to run the ads. And then I'm going to shut up for a little bit and drink some tea. Yo, yo, what's up? What's up? I have just finished through ads because normally we sit through ads and in silence, where I just drink some tea and or go get some water or use the toilet, and then I let the ads go through. We just came through and got the ads, and the reason for the ads is quite literally that if you run ads, turns out on Twitch during in certain interval periods, when you come into the stream, you don't get hit by ads on the way in, which is why I do that, because it's a little better in terms of viewer experience to make sure that there's no ads going into the stream. That way you can enjoy the stream a little bit, and you know that if an ad is going on, nothing's really happening in the stream. So that's what just went through right now. But right now we are actually switch swapping, aka doing some keyboard chores between the silent heartbeat haimu switches, which are these nice red ones. Boom, as you can see, there's really nice red ones, to clicky switches. Woo, boom. These ones. Ads confuse you on Twitch? Yeah. No, there are times where ads is almost like a stream. It's not quite a stream, but you can tell that something's off because they're trying to make it look like it was supposed to be definitely a stream, but it's not. And I'm like, how about no? How about no? Which clicky switches? I always confuse the two, but these are the Gateron, either bronze or copper. I'm willing to bet it's copper, just because it's really bright. So I keep swapping between like bronze and copper. I'm like, Jesus, one is a speed tactile and one is a speed clicky. And I'm like, the speed, whichever one is the speed clicky. That's all anyone has to know. But yes, the board itself is the Zoom 75 TIGA switches. Zoom 75 TIGA. I got it mine in red, which is why I use the haimu heartbeat, because they are red, and I just went with a mostly red and green board. But yes, so we're just gonna swap the switches. The keycap set is the GMK Terror Below. Boom. So yes, I think there's a really nice contrast between the nice dark but deep green, or light, actually. It's kind of a light but deep green of these keycaps. We have the dark green over in the center or on the mods. Honestly, I wish I was able to get the one, because I think there was a different kit that had all of the dark typography, and I'm like, oh no, the dark caps, I wasn't able to get it. No. Oh well. And do I play rhythm games or just generally prefer fast switches for typing? It's more that I like trying out different switches, and the fast switches makes me more cognizant of my proper typing, not typing angles, like typing posture, I guess. It makes me more cognizant of my typing posture. When I first tried them out, it made me a lot more cognizant of my typing posture. So me slamming a little bit into the adjacent keys, that was a big no-no. Like, you actually notice that you're slightly hitting the adjacent keys if you use speed switches. That's what I noticed. Yeah. So after a little bit, you get used to it, where you're like, okay, let me just make sure I'm hitting the switches or the keycaps as square as possible, therefore avoiding misclicks by hitting some of the sides. And we'll see once I get these back on, because I haven't used a speed switch in quite a while, so it'll be a little interesting to see if that's actually what's going to happen. Ooh, did I just do what I said I shouldn't do? You know what? That's where you can see that. Yeah, but I do like testing switches. I am at a point right now where I do realize that I really should be how does it say? I really should be trying out more switches, because I haven't updated my stack of switches in about a year and a half, because I've only had about 12 different switches, I think. Do you have a ranked set of switches? No, not really. Uh, I haven't had enough experience to be like, yes, absolutely, these are it for me. I've always thought, in terms of just typing, oh, Jesus Christ, in terms of typing feel and whatnot, I find that, is this a little twisted? I find it, in terms of typing feel, I like tactiles, that's for sure, less than linears. But I did find something like the blue cheese switches. Where are they? Where are they? No. This one. There we go. So the blue cheese switches, here, I like how smooth they are. They're like a weird type of smooth. They have like a matte smooth texture, is the best way I can describe them as of current. And then I like the tactility of these ones. So these are the Glorious Pandas. I should really get the Gazoo, because apparently that is what this is kind of based off of, the Gazoo switches. But the Gazoo switches were based off the Holy Pandas and something to that degree. I remember there was a whole kerfuffle about it many years ago, and that this is kind of just like a really bad knockoff. And I'm like, okay, well, I already bought the switches, I'm not gonna exactly return them now, am I? Oh, doubles. And then I recently got higher pitched linears, which is like the Cherry Nixies, which I honestly, I don't hate, but I don't really like. It's one of the switches I don't like. What are the ones that I actually found interesting? I don't even think they're here. I have the Bad Seed Tactiles, which is actually one of my favorite switches in terms of just like, using them, because they have a really nice tactile bump. Everything else is in keyboards, and I've bought a couple of keyboards lately, which is why I ended up having a lot less switches just at hand to swap with. than I originally thought. So I do need at least 3 to 5 different switches. I don't know if you have any recommendations that I could probably check out, but I was thinking of at least getting Gazus, and getting, what's it called? Root beer, Gateron root beer switches, purely because of the name. Like literally, the only reason I want the root beer switches has nothing to do with what it is, other than being called root beer. That's marketing for you, I guess. Yeah, no idea if you can still get your hands on them, but yeah. Yeah, I literally want it purely for the name root beer. Purely for the name root beer. 100. It's very hard to come by because every place I try to order from is out of stock. They only have like maybe 20 to 10 switches. So I'm kind of tempted to just buy from multiple vendors and just call it, going, well, every vendor only has like 10 to 20 left. So if I go to each vendor, order a couple of keycaps and switches, I will probably end up with an entire set of 80 maybe. So it's like, all right. Yeah, you love the product photo they had with that glass mug. No, I liked it too. But here's the thing: as a budding photographer, I'll say a budding photographer. Not that I'm not a professional photographer already, but I thought that could have been done better. I just went like, oh my god, that idea was so good, but they could have done it a little bit better. And I kid you not, by a little bit better is, you know how when you get some root beer, you pour it and it has that foam top most of the time? They could have gotten a lot of the tops of those switches, put it on the top, put a lot of the bottoms on the bottom, right? And then put it on, like, put the quote unquote ice cream, right? Because it's root beer float. That would have been so, like, oh my god, that would have been so good if they were able to do that. Like, that's the only reason I thought, like, oh my god, I wish that I could make a product photo of that in that specific manner, and it'll be so good. What are these? Oh, they're Helios switches. Sure, we'll just keep that there. But the escape key, though, we are going to swap. But yes, 100% that love that mug photo shot. It's a mug shot. I made a mistake. I don't know. The product comes assembled. Warning in pocket. Oh jeez. Okay, that's the left hand side. I'm just gonna arrange them if I made the mistake. All right. I'm just rearrange them if I made a mistake, because I don't remember how I put them in. Okay, and then this one was here. Boom. And then that was just the one alt, so it's going to be on the right hand side, I believe. Yeah, okay, it'll be the right hand side, not the left. Oh, that's next to that section. Nope, don't break, I swear to god. No breaky, no break, please. There we go. And then we're gonna have these guys. Ow. Why did it suddenly become difficult to push through? That's weird. Are these... Oh, they're slightly tilted. Is that why? Yeah, that tends to be the case with these things. I normally bend them because some of the old Kale sockets that I had, they got bent out of shape because I put in switches that I used in a solder keyboard, and just having solder on them was enough to spread the pins between the pins on the inside of the Kale hot swap sockets. And I'm like, Why is that a thing? Why is 1 millimeter not even causing that issue? That shouldn't be the case. Hopefully these types are a little better, or the newer ones, but I don't really hold much confidence in them, unfortunately. So which is why probably I'm doing, which is why I'm doing, not probably, which is why I'm doing this, because if I just push it through, what ends up happening is it just pops off. You know, I've had it way too many times. I literally have three keyboards that has Kale hot swap sockets just popped right off because I did that. Because, you know, I was new. I didn't know what I was doing. I thought it was a fluke. And then it happened the second time, and I'm like, maybe it's not the case. And then I got lazy and it happened the third time. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'm just an idiot. That's what it is. I am just nothing but a fool. God damn. All right. Cool. Now let's get the bottom here. Okay. Oh. Okay. Boom. We got the bottom here. There we go. There we go. And then we have you that I have here. Okay. Boom. Sounds about right. Boom. There we go. Make sure that's sitting just right. We're able to do that. These guys should be able to sit down in these silicone pads. There we go. That way they are in place. Boom. From hot swap to cold swap. Oh, one motion. All right. Boom. And then we're just going to put these guys in. Let's put the ones that require a stabilizer first, just to make sure we're good. Am I right? Yeah, I'm right. I know, guys. It's ticking. Yeah, that's fine. I don't hear issues. For some reason, the left-hand side is a little louder than the right, so it is tapping on the left-hand side, but the click is normal, obviously. But man, that's such a bad joke. It's like, oh my god, the space bar is clicking. Meanwhile, uses clicky switches. Okay, that's fine. There we go. Pushing all that through. But yeah. What other switches was I gonna buy? I kind of forgot already. In terms of switches I was gonna buy, yeah, I'm gonna buy Gazoos. There has been a lot of hype around the, what was it? Type R's? Was it Gateron? Yeah, Gateron Type R's, which is, honestly, I was gonna buy them only because they were purely red. Like they were a pure red switch. I was like, ooh, that looks interesting. I want that. Purely because they were red. And I went, maybe. Yeah, I have the time. If I have the time. And turns out, sorry, not the time, the funds. Turns out I don't have the funds. I bought way too many things. One of the few things I did buy, unfortunately, is like not keyboard related stuff. I finally upgraded my camera, despite, you know, doing a lot of photography for about years now. I was about to say the number. It's more than 3. But yes, been doing a lot of photography, and I only had an APS-C camera. So I upgraded to a full frame, and I'm like, oh, guys, it's both worth it and not worth it. The only real thing that actually pisses me off currently about my camera is the lens, because sadly for me, one of the lens is quote unquote broken. One of the screws inside of the lens was inside of the lens and rattling, and I'm like, oh no. What the heck? Luckily for me, I made sure it dropped outside of the lens while I Didn't have it on the camera. I removed it from the camera before trying to wiggle it around and see what was in there and see if it would just fall out. Yeah. You really want to get your hands on some Gateron Luciolas. They just because they glow in the dark. Oh damn. Those ones I'm like, who needs RGB? I got glow in the dark, baby. But that is insane. I'm like, I don't remember the Luciolas, actually. I don't think that hit my radar, unfortunately. Yeah. Camera equipment really do cost more than organs. It's insane. Well, I mean, it depends. If you go down the keyboard hobby, this alone is a couple $100. And then if you do that enough times, the difference is with camera equipment, it's all in one go, you know, for the most part. And you go with the hobby of keyboards, it just, you know, you just do it in parts. That's kind of how it is. Yeah. I mean, the way I spend my money, right? So the way I do spend my money is I buy really, really expensive stuff. Or in the eyes of lots of people, you know, I have a lot of people who's like, why would you buy that one if you can have something that costs like so much less more? I'm like, yes, I can buy things that cost a lot less more. The problem is I find out that for every time I pay less, depending on what I get, right? So if it's a consumable, paying less is actually really, really good. But if it's something that's supposed to last you at least a year, you're better off spending a lot more money to see how long, to actually take a look at yourself and go, cool, if I was actually going to buy something like this, for the use case that I say I'm going to buy it, what are the potential problems I'm going to have in the future if I buy this specific thing? And then I find out that, yeah, you're going to have problems in the future because you realize you're going to need more things. You're going to do more. You're going to go far forward than you think you are in that hobby or, you know, in that skill. So you end up screwing yourself over just because you cheaped out, you know. At least that is for me. Boom. There we go. There we go. Damn. Okay, let's drop the music. Let's drop the music and see how this actually sounds. But what if cheaping out and struggling is one of your favorite things? Oh jeez. I don't know about that one, buddy. I don't know about that one. I don't know. That sounds fun. Yeah, it was a fun shot. It was really nice typing on that one. It was like, woo. Damn. Oh, my throat was getting dry there. Whew. Holy. Okay. Yeah, I would never ever say that, you know, cheaping out is one of my favorite things, but struggling kind of is. I'm not gonna lie. And by struggling is I play really hard games, which is sad. Anyways, that was the swap to the rest of these. Okay, we've hit that. So let's give this a test. So this is the Zoom Melitrix. So this is the Melitrix Zoom 75 TIGA with the there's no name on it, eh? Kale, bronze, and or copper. One of the two. Clicky switches. All right, that is over here, and I will plug it in if I can find the hole or not. The hole or lack thereof. Boom. There we go. Boom. All right. And hopefully this is going to give us a really good sound. So I'm going to mute this specific mic because this is mostly for, what's it called? This is mostly for my voice. And then we're going to go with the top-down mic now. So I'm going to turn that on and mute this one. Boom. So I'll move this around. Boom. Okay, so again, Zoom 75 TIGA from Mellatrix with GMK Terror Below keycaps with the Kale. I don't know which one. It's the clicky one, the bronze, or copper switches. Cool. All right. Let's see if I can get over 75, which I tend to not. All right. No, that's correct. What is going on? What? No, it's E. Is caps lock on? I swear to God. No? What's going on? Hello? Okay. Okay. What's going on? Custom, long, thick, words, quote, Zen. Okay, E? Shift key is just not working. That's why. The shift key. The V key is not working. What? Okay. Okay, we're unmuting this one. All right. All right. Who broke it? Who broke it? Who broke it? Just me. What is going? Q W E. What the hell? P is not. Oh my God! How many switches are just not working? Okay. What is going on? What is going on? That is some BS right there. What? No? What is going on? Are these broken? Am I dumb? No. Maybe give it another go. I don't know. We're gonna wait a bit. What is that? What is that? I don't know what I did. Did I screw something up? This was working just a moment ago before I swap switches. Yeah, okay. What is this? Uh, no. No. Don't make me get another keyboard, buddy. Please? Keeps a V. I know. Hello? Yeah? Am I hitting a... Oh, I understand now. I understand what's happening now. I understand what's happening now. Okay. I understand what's happening now. Huh. I think I understand what's happening now. There we go. Okay, so all of this is... There we go. Boom. All right. God damn it. God damn it. All right. We can do this now. Jeez, it's just... okay. All right. God damn it. Ooh, Guns N' Roses. Anyways. Damn. Must have been the wind. No. Okay. All right. So that was it. Now we're going to actually.
God damn it. Oh my god. All right. Anyways, let's give this one more go. Again, this is a probably working Melitrix Zoom 75 TIGA without the Alt key being crushed at all. Uh, the function key, actually. The function key being crushed at all. And all of the switches are definitely, absolutely working. Please and thank you. All right. Let's give it a go. Boom. Really bad. 70 words per minute. So many mistakes. Anyways, ads in a bit. So we're going to talk about how that felt to type on and the weird Eldorado quote which we just typed in there. All right? This one here. All right. See you right after the ads. I'm going to get some water.
I'm baked.
All right. I has returned, and hopefully that all of the ads are gone. All right. Jeez. Dude, I have so much phlegm in the back of my mouth. All right, so how did it feel? All right, these are actually lubed by me. As far as I'm aware, I haven't used them in a while though, unfortunately, so I haven't really swapped into them recently. So they've kind of been sitting there lubed. Which keyboard were they in previously? I think they were on the previous 75%. Oh my god.
Skaboom. All right. What was I saying? Yes. So it's actually kind of nice and smooth. I like how it sounds in general when I'm typing normally. Typing quotes like this, it kind of is stuttery just because, that's how I type a quote, unfortunately. Um, Goddamn. My.
Yeah. The phlegm is getting to me. The phlegm is getting to me. Holy. And I really need a different chair because you hear all that creaking? Like, damn.
All right. So yeah. So creaking aside, these switches, the bronze and or whatever it is, it's the season, man. I can barely breathe. Yeah, I know. My nose is just once in a while. So yeah, unfortunately, do the case. That do be the case. Unfortunately, it is quite sad indeed. All right, how many switches do I have actually? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I only have 12 switches then. Okay, but yes. Yeah, no, I kind of like how they feel in general. So if I go here, yeah, so you're listening it through this microphone, which is kind of different, but it is very soft. Like in terms of the feel, like the tactility is very soft. I think in combination with the click, you can feel the tactile bump of the click more, even though it is a really light tactile bump. It's a very light tactile bump. I think I wish it was a little higher pitched. Unfortunately, it is clean, so the clickiness is clean. Yeah, the clickiness is clean, so I like that as well. But yeah, it is a lube switch, so that's good. I don't think I filmed these, did I? I did not film these. These are just lubed kale, bronze, and or copper, whichever one's the clicky one. Anyways, yes, it's nice. I do like that. In terms of the keyboard itself, yeah, that was my fault there with holding down the FN key, or the function key with the blocker there. I'm just an idiot. That's what I am. Just an idiot. But yes, I do like this keyboard. Moving to the clicky switches wasn't actually as bad as I thought. It is much louder, but it doesn't become more annoying, especially how nice and clean the clickiness of this. There's no resonance, at least in this board, with the cork lining instead of foam. So I do like that. It's really, really nice. But keyboard aside, let's talk about this little quote here. All right, it's from El Dorado. And it says, or it goes, I met him down near the border, said he wanted me to work with him on a job, range war. But he said it's be easy. He said it's be easy. Did I even get it all correct? Okay, cool. But he said it's be easy? Okay. All we had to worry about was a drunken sheriff. Are you sure you don't want some coffee? I don't even know how this makes any sense. Are any of the quotes gonna make sense today? Alright, yeah, met him on the border. Met him around the border, said he wanted me to work with him on a job. Range R? I have zero clue. You know what? We're gonna do one more. You know, just for a good measure here, let's do a little test to see how this sounds. Like, for example, this is gonna be over here, the mic, and see how it sounds. Actually, no, we have a recording of it. We're gonna just move here, turn off the music,
Mute this specific mic, right? And then we should be able to do one more typing test on the Zoom 70, the Melitrix Zoom 75 TIGA edition with the cork inner? Cork foam? Cork. I'm using cork with polycarbonate plate. That's all you gotta know. Cork, polycarbonate plate, and GMK Civilization keycaps with kale. You know what? I'm just gonna search it up. Kale copper. I'm not a robot. What do you mean? Okay, kale copper. Tactile speed switch. It's a bronze, isn't it? Oh, it's right there. Bronze clicky. I probably don't even. Kale bronze. Latency fast paced game. I don't care. What is a bronze? It doesn't even tell me. Clicky switches sound test. It is clicky. Alright, so this is a bronze with the kale bronze switches. And it's lubed by me. So it's not factory lubed. It's been lubed by me. That much I know. Alright, let's go. We didn't even get to 75 words per minute. I did so well in a certain section, but you know, I kind of lost it in the middle there. Ugh. Man. Oh man, oh man, oh man. That didn't sound bad. I actually like how that sounded. You know? The bottom out sound. It's like a nice middling sound. Like it's focused more on the mids. It's not too high pitch. It's not a thunk. So yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good. All right. Anyways, the source of this quote is.
Wow, all that just to turn on one mic. All right, the source of that is The Elegant Universe, Superstrings, Hidden Dimensions, and the Quest for the Ultimate Theory. That is a book I want to read. God damn. Damn, that is a title. All right. If I can clear my throat. We all love a good story. We all love a tantalizing mystery. We all love the underdog pressing onward against seemingly insurmountable odds. We all, in one form or another, are trying to make sense of the world around us. And all of these elements lie at the core of modern physics. Damn. At the core of modern physics. Yes. This is a nice little quote here. We all love a good story. Absolutely. You know, a good story meaning a tantalizing mystery. Will they get through or will they not get through? Because all story is just beginning, middle, and end. The beginning being the status quo, the middle is the status quo changing, and the end is, do they go back to the status quo or do they change into something other than the status quo? So that's going to be it. And then we all love the underdog pressing onward against seemingly insurmountable odds. Yes, I don't know what it is about an underdog story where despite everything going absolutely goddamned wrong, they keep going anyways. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that there are people out there, you know, that have every right, every reason to say, screw the world, I'm done with it, and then keep going and still be successful, you know, be one of the happiest people I know? You know, those are things that happen. Those are things that happen. All right. What else? We all, in one form or another, are trying to make sense of the world around us. Sure. I mean, yeah, in one form or another, I guess, are trying to make sense of the world around us. Yeah. Either you do or you don't, and sometimes it's better to be ignorant. I'm gonna be real. Sometimes it's better to be ignorant. I know a lot of things, and one of the things I want to not know is the taste of phlegm in the middle of my mouth as my throat starts to close up just because of phlegm in there. Yeah, the sick nose noise that I have in me. It's horrible. It is horrible. Ugh. Like, damn. All right. And all these elements lie at the core of modern physics. That one I have zero clue. Why are you doing a stream so late? It's called I am definitely totally absolutely working. Don't worry about it, plastic bits. I'm working right now. Part of my work is I have to do something that happens to be on stream, but you can't really see, unfortunately. So yes, I am testing some items at the moment. But yes, I'm doing a stream so late because I said I would be doing one in the morning at 9, and let's just say because I'm sick, I kind of woke up a little late, and then I realized I need to do a bunch of things for work, and then I'm doing some of the things for work right now, and yeah, I'm just impromptu-ish streaming late. So that's what I'm doing. But it's only been an hour stream. It wasn't even that long. I got to test what I needed to test. It's not that bad, honestly, but I thought it would be worse. I really did. I thought this thing would be worse, but turns out it's not that bad. Oh well, you know, who knows? Who knows? There are certain things that I would like to figure out with some of the other items that I am using at the moment. But no, unfortunately, I cannot tell you what it is. Okay. So, what we're gonna do is, let's see, is I'm gonna let you guys know I'm gonna be streaming mostly mornings, unfortunately, right now, mostly because of work schedule stuff. So it has changed yet again, as per my usual, unfortunately. Even though I have, a relatively normal kind of thing that I can do. So there is that. Oh jeez. Okay. What do I do? Where category? Tag. Okay, keyboard. Sure. Okay. All right. Anyways, what was I doing? I was doing things. Things are happening. Pop out. Popping it out. There we go. Yeah, so tomorrow it's going to be a stream. We're going to be doing a photo stream tomorrow. Yay! A bunch of things need to be photographed, or at least I need to make a really, really nice photograph, unfortunately. I don't know what else I would be able to do in terms of when are you starting? Unfortunately, I'm going to try to start at 9 in the morning like I'm supposed to because of work. Despite my work being really flexible, I just want my work to go into the night, and I don't want to, bother my neighbors at like 12 in the morning with my loud talking across. Like, you already hear the cars like going by, and then I'm just adding my loud talking. As much as my entire audience is literally midnight owls, like they're just up at the more wee hours of the night. I don't think I should be doing this anymore. I think I should be going back to, let me just go at 9 in the morning, start streaming, and then go to the office, which is what I should do. Oh my god. So we're probably gonna do that starting tomorrow, which is gonna be the photo stream. Oh, if you were streaming late, I was gonna say I'd rate you. Hey, you know what? This week I actually can do late streams, if you want. But at the same time, I don't know. Maybe I'll rate you. Oh my god. Are you going through your dubious disc account instead? Where are you streaming? Now that I figured it out. I'm pretty sure it's in the Discord. It's just, um, I'm a very quote unquote introverted person despite doing this on stream. That's so weird. Oh my god. Yeah, you stream on this account. Oh, okay. Just making sure. Let me do the thing. Oh, never mind. I'm already followed. What? Damn. I was like gonna follow the dubious disc account. I'm like, wait. I've been following since 2024. It's been November. Oh wait, no, is that the when people have been following or when I've been following? I don't know. Huh. Zero clue. Okay. Very nice. Yeah. All right. Anyways, I'm gonna raid out to No, you've been following since 24. I see. All right. I'm gonna raid out to, well, let me raid you guys out to the ferrets, because at least the ferrets get some funding. So if you like ferrets and you don't want them to be used for experiments and then discarded like they're a slave in the early 1900s, maybe just go through the channel and say hi. I don't know. There's no one there. It's just the ferrets. I think the ferrets are out. I don't know. You might stream today or tomorrow. Just don't know what you're feeling. Hey, look, stream when you can. I put a schedule on myself just so that I actually stream. Otherwise, I will never stream. I've been trying to stream since like 2015. I only started streaming when I put a schedule to stream. I would highly suggest giving yourself a schedule of some sort, and chances are you're gonna stream. It worked for me. I don't know if it's gonna work for you, but it worked for me. Say, you can't even keep up with it. This is desoldering and it takes 3 hours to do. Well, no better way than to do it on stream. Might as well. All right. Okay, I will start raid. I'm gonna go back to work because I actually do have to do work right after this, and then maybe make some more tea. Yeah, actually, I'll make some tea first. Now that you have guaranteed viewers, though, it keeps you somewhat accountable. Oh, absolutely. I have 0 viewers in typical fashion. At least in the mornings, I have 0 viewers because just like I have 0. Like, there's no reason for me to swap my times to such an extreme length. But here we are. So yes, that actually makes it a lot better, or a lot easier to be like, oh my god, people need me. More people need me. But I'm going to see you guys next time. Make sure to have a nice one. Bye. Oh my god.